Act of this section, Mademoiselle Suzy Bennett.
Hello. Ooh, I wasn't sure if he was going to lean in for the 2 French kisses. Then I always end up kissing ears because I've got no etiquette. So hello, I'm Suzy. Nice to see you. Nice to be out of the house, isn't it, on a Sunday? I like that you've got little tea lights on your tables. It gives it an ambience. But sometimes I get a bit scared because the other day I did a gig in front of a stag night, and when I come on stage, they all looked at each other and nodded, and one of them blew out the candle because they thought it was Take Me Out, and apparently they know like-heed. They know like-heed. But I've made an effort this evening. I've got a new dress on, and I'm not wearing all black like I normally do because it's summer. Because apparently black is very slimming, so I was wearing a lot of black, and all my friends were like, no, Suzy, it's very depressing. And I said, that's why they call it morbid obesity. But I've added a little bit of colour this evening, and normally black works if they've got a black background, but I'm very aware there's a shadow of myself next to me, so it kind of looks like Alfred Hitchcock Presents, like sort of on the back there. So one for the oldies there on it. And I wasn't calling you oldies, I was just saying you enjoy that. I've dressed for the occasion, but I've got to be careful because I'm wearing body-shaping tights, so I daren't do anything too energetic because I don't know if you know about body-shaping tights. You don't get to pick what body shape, unfortunately. But I wanted to sort of like look slightly thinner, so I got these tights, and they come out of the packet. They're like this big, and what you have to do is you have to squeeze them over yourself and pull them right up, and then they make you look slightly slimmer, but you can't breathe. But that's the compromise you make, and they're quite good actually because they hold everything in. I've actually got my dinner down there for later because I've got a panini down my tights. I say panini, it was a baguette, but it's been a long day, so probably shouldn't have gone for egg mayonnaise. I'm so sorry. But the body shaping tights, you have to pull them right up, and I daren't move because what happens is, because it's up here, it's a bit like a roller blind, right? If I were to move, it would kind of roll down, and then everything would fall out, and it would be like, game over. I was the other day, there was a man in the front row, and I leaned forward like this, squashed the panini, and then it happened, and he thought it was Alien, tried to rescue me because he could see something was going on. And in the supermarket the other day, I was wearing them, and I got to the point where I was paying for my shopping, and I leant over the basket, and it happened, unexpected item in bagging area. So I was just stood there frozen, right? The supervisor starts coming over, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't want to draw attention to myself because I was at the self-scan putting a fillet steak through as a carrot. Do you do that? No, you can, don't judge me. It is shoplifting, yes, but they've replaced humans with robots, so I think they deserve it. I'm just sticking it to the man, yeah? No, honestly, does anybody do that at the self-scan? Because you can get away with stuff, come on. It's so easy. Yeah, thank you. You're judging me, but the first time was a complete accident. I was just putting a packet of Quavers through, right? And I accidentally had my finger over the barcode, and I accidentally went beep. Put it in the bagging area, and they didn't know it was there because it was light. So I was like, oh, you can totally get away with it. It's got to be light stuff, though. Quavers, skips, and what's it? It's mostly crisps. Yeah, probably thinking you probably should lay off the crisps. But I've got a little regime going. I'm not stupid, right? What I'll do is I'll still eat the crisps, but I'll put them slightly further away. And then it's like a sit-up, if I have to work for it. So if I've got, like, say, a family bag of Doritos, that's like 176 sit-ups, so it's like, like that. So, because I'm trying to get the belly on. Because it all goes around my belly, right? And I had a pregnancy scare the other month. I say pregnancy scare, I was wearing a very unflattering maxi dress, and a friend of mine suggested I go Boots and get a test. So it wasn't a proper pregnancy scare. I went and bought one from Poundland, because I thought, I'm not wasting my money, I know it's KFC. Do you know what I mean? I know there's no baby in there. But my weight goes all on my belly, so I've been trying to sort of do a bit of exercise and stuff. But has anybody got a problem with, like, when you have dinner and your belly goes really big and then someone offers you a seat on the tube and you kind of think, shall I just sit? And, because they think I'm having a baby. But I've realised it's a good thing, actually. So at rush hour, I've got a little baby on board badge. I'll just put it on and just be like, it does get in the way of things. Like, for instance, I nearly missed the train to get here today. I dropped my lip balm on the floor on the platform of the train station, right? It was only there. And what with the panini and the rollerblind leggings, I thought, I can't get down there and get that. And I looked around to see if there was a man to help me, because I'm a feminist. And I missed 3 trains, and in the end, I just thought, I'm just going to have to buy a new lip balm. So, it's a terrible situation I've got myself in, and I see you're eating your dessert there. Don't feel you can't eat in front of me. It's going to be okay. I can control myself. I did bring Tupperware, though, if anybody's got any leftovers. I'm going to be coming around in the interval. Come on, throw it all on. Oh, no, I'm doing the 5.2, thanks. Do you know what the 5.2 is? It's the latest celebrity diet. Has anyone heard of it? Right, but the formula is for 5 days you eat normally, and for 2 days you fast, which means you're only allowed to have 500 calories that day, which is like a quarter of that cheesecake. But you carry on, that's fine, it's fine. But 500 calories is not a lot, right? So you have to plan your fasting days really well. I do it when I don't have to be anywhere. So the way to get through a fasting day, you don't choke on it, it'll be fine. So I've put her off for dinner, I'm so sorry. Anyway, if you're going to leave it, so I've got... Genuinely, she just went have it and push the plate. You're an enabler. It's people like you. It's people like you. I do have a website. If you want to pay me to eat pizza naked, I've got a website. I'll tell you about it later. Anyway, the 5.2. So on a fasting day, I make sure I'm not busy, right? And what I'll do is, this is how to get through it. 500. I can't live on 500. I'll take sleeping pills, right? Just sleep. Just sleep. And then set your alarm for loose women, get up, have a Twix, and then go back to bed. That's the only way. It's the only way to deal with a 500 calorie day. It's the only way to get through it. But yeah, are you wondering about my accent, or do you not give a shit? You're just thinking, oh, well, she's just putting that on. This is how I talk genuinely. Does anybody know Plymouth? Do you know Plymouth? Thank you, because I'm a janner. Yes, that's exactly what I am. That's something you... Google it. I am from Plymouth, right? But people always think I'm from Bristol because they don't realise there's more underneath Bristol. It goes on, there's more. But I've got a certain dialect. You will recognise it because lately, right, there have been Plymouthians on the TV, right? We've been on... There's a programme, it's like a satirical lifestyle programme called The Jeremy Kyle Show. Have you seen that? And occasionally, I'll turn on The Jeremy Kyle Show just to make myself feel better about my life, you know. And I'll see a Plymouthian on there, so I'm like, yay, Plymouth. Do you watch that show? Do you watch it? Because I kind of watch it and I think, oh, bless. Because the women on it, you know, it's like she didn't know she was going to be on telly. At least wash your hair. Do you know what I mean? She's put on her best scrunchie. I can see that. But brushed her tooth for the day. But, you know, if you're going to be on telly, get a new dress. You know, treat yourself. And they're fighting over a man in a tracksuit and he's not an athlete, is he? No. But yeah, so I came up to London. I actually live in London, and years ago, and I said to my mum, I'm going to go up to London and seek my showbiz fortune, right? And when I first came up, I got a day job, and I didn't want my mum to think that I wasn't doing well and I wasn't in the showbiz. But I got a job at Madame Tussauds, the wax museum, but I didn't tell her. I just used to send her photos of me with the wax figures, and she thought I was just like at showbiz parties. So it'd be like me and Brad Pitt, like. This is me at work. And then one day I got a bit too cocky and sent her a selfie with me, the Queen, the Dalai Lama and the Hulk. And that's when she realised, because I had my name badge on, said, Suzy, happy to help. I wasn't happy to help. But it's really good there because the wax figures are really lifelike and they make them anatomically correct and all life size and everything, right? And I used to have the free run of the place. I used to walk around and just like chat to people. And sometimes it would get a bit quiet and I would, you know, just amuse myself. And if you could be alone in a room with a life-size Johnny Depp, I don't know why you wouldn't, would you? Well, he couldn't run away, he couldn't say no. As Captain Jack Sparrow, you would, wouldn't you? If you'd climb on, wouldn't you? Yeah. See, she's agreeing with me. She is, sir. With her eyes. She's agreeing with me, but unfortunately, when they pulled me in for my disciplinary, they didn't quite see it the same way, unfortunately. There was a bit of damage, to be honest. I'd put on a bit of weight over Christmas. I say Christmas, it was 2003, but I always blame Christmas. I basically wanted to have a little go on Captain Jack Sparrow, and I told the HR lady, I tried to get out of it. I said I was just changing the light bulb above his head, and I slipped off the stepladder onto his face. That's what I told her. It's not what happened. Oh, what I forgot was that they've got CCTV in every room, so I had to sit and watch the video of it, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And she said, you could have waited till closing time, for goodness sake, Suzy. And I said, listen, the guests enjoyed it. They gave me a clap as I did the run-up. I don't know what your problem is. And she said, the problem is the massive dent on his cheek that we're going to have to spend weeks to repair. And I said, I'm so sorry. I had 90 denier tights. It was a hot day. Anyway, so after that, she was quite impressed that I'd done a handstand. So she gave me a verbal warning and said, just be careful. And then a week later, they got One Direction in. And that's when I got my written warning, but that was totally worth it. And then after that, they said they couldn't trust me around the wax figures, so they're going to put me in the gift shop, right? So I just have to stand at the gift shop and just say goodbye to people and say thanks for coming. So I was a bit gutted then. I was like stood around staring into space looking depressed. And people started taking photos of me, right? And in my head, I was like, it's because I look like Claudia Schiffer. That's why they're taking photos. Turns out it was Adele. But, you know, I'll take anything. Apparently Adele fans like to touch, so that's when I got my second written warning and a lifetime ban, so I'm not there anymore. But I was talking about putting on weight and stuff, but I've recently started to have a fling with a skinny man, which for me is completely different. I never normally do that, but I just thought, try something different, you know. And it got a bit scary. Now, I'm not slagging off skinny men. Skinny men are lovely. For me, it was a health and safety issue, because... Yeah, because, you know when they say you shouldn't sleep in a bed with a newborn baby in case you roll over and squash it in the night? I had a similar concern with, I was just looking out for him, and he had a memory foam mattress, for goodness sake. So at one point, I went on top and it was just me. So where the hell's he got? He was embedded. I'd squashed him right in. Don't say that on the adverts, do they? Sleep on a bed of dreams. So I've got to go in a minute. You've been absolutely lovely. I've got to just. I know you're a bit worried about the egg mayonnaise situation, sir. I was thinking, just putting it out there. I'm thinking of staying over tonight because I'm probably going to miss my train. So if anybody wants to, okay. I will. Do you like paninis? Just asking. No, you're probably thinking, well, that's a bit forward. But listen, I'm very responsible. I've taken the morning after pill in advance. So I'm just saying. I know that sounds a bit wrong, but I've read the packet and apparently I've got 72 hours, so I can stay till Wednesday. So it's entirely up to you. Thank you so much. I'm Suzy Bennett. Cheers. Thank you.
Voila, Suzy Bennett. A little bit of a clash with the costume there. It's fine. It's no problem. And little bizarre. Any diet, I don't understand. To be honest, it's fucking bizarre. Just eating this food that tastes like a shoe. I don't know why. Enjoy life. Life is to be there as a banquet. Enjoy your food. If you die before, well, your time, sure, die before your time. It's better than 20 more years of eating shoe food. That's